I had to make a video about this because obviously my other account was deleted. There's a lot of questions and I feel like I've been quiet for a long time. I'm really tired of people thinking all of these things about me when they don't know the whole story, when they don't know the whole picture. I've really respected somebody for a really long time after being disrespected. But I stayed quiet because I know how the media is. As a young woman, it's really hard to speak out about certain things because it's always gonna be like, well, what did you do? I stayed quiet for a really long time. So it'd just be hypocritical for me to not go ahead and share my story and just, you know, protect people who kind of were fake protecting me, fake acting like they were really here for me, fake acting like they really wanted to see me win. When really, I know that they played that nice card so I wouldn't come out and do a video like this. But everything changed because my other video was deleted. So because my other video was deleted, I think it's just time to go ahead and, you know, speak about these things. It's really a long story with a lot of details, and I'll try my best to kind of not mix so many stories up. Maybe I'll divide it into different videos so it's clear and the videos aren't super long. Obviously, this is a new channel. I'm not monetized. I'm not doing this to get money. I'm kind of going to skip around through the story. But this is just to clear the air about myself. This is not an anti-Deshae Frost. I'm all for you guys continuing to support him. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's career. I really do wish the best for everybody, but I just feel like it's not fair that I have to do that at the expense of my own name, that I just have to sit and stay quiet. I don't think that's fair. That's not what I stand for. Let's begin with why I have to start a new channel. When me and Deshae started dating, honestly, I'm gonna just take this way back and try to, I'm gonna take it way back. So, you know, a lot of people were telling me that I was a clout chaser, that I this, that I that. Well, Deshae was the one who hit me up. He was like, you know, your style is dope. What if you style me for a video? And I'm like, oh, well, that sounds cool. It wasn't really a YouTube collab because I didn't have a YouTube. I wasn't shouting any of my stuff out. I just kind of wanted to style somebody for fun. So I went ahead and did it. The day that I styled him, a lot of stuff kind of went down that day. It was like a lot of drama with other stuff. And I felt like that kind of made me close to Deshae because I felt like he was there. And, you know, I kind of was like, okay, you know, like I like him. He's cool. Then, you know, I was invited to VidCon. And then it just, you know, kind of kept going from there. Our relationship just grew from there. And things did happen fast, but I think I just really fell for it. I think I just really fell for all the cute things. And I thought it was genuine. I thought it was like not just for the camera. And then later I kind of really put the pieces together and was like, wow, you're really being naive. And this was just being done for the camera. But I fell into it because I didn't know about this. I would use YouTube to watch conspiracy theories and like ghost videos. I never watched any YouTuber. Like, I didn't know about any YouTubers. I was really clueless to this whole game. He decides, you know, to, you know, talk to me about, you know, moving forward with the relationship and stuff like that. And I was with it because I liked him. I enjoyed our time together. He then suggested I start a YouTube channel. And I got so much heat for this. You know, everybody was like, wow, like she's just gonna get the clout and leave. Little did they know that he was the one who suggested I started the YouTube channel. So I'm dealing with all of these things and I'm telling him like, damn, I have all these people against me for something that you kind of tell me to do. And he was like, oh, don't listen to them. He was like, well, you know, you can't care about that. You're not built for this if you care about those comments. And I was like, you know what, you're right. Like, you're right. I really shouldn't care about those comments. I know what's going on. I know I'm not using you. I know what my intentions are, so I know that I'm gonna be good. I thought that if I did things with pure intention, things weren't gonna go wrong. You know, I'm thinking all these things are just so cute. Little did I know it's really just for the cameras. Fast forward, so he tells me, start doing YouTube. And I was like, no, honestly, I'm not really down for like sitting, editing, and just all the technical stuff, uploading a video. I had already done YouTube with my best friend about a year before, and then I came to college, so we stopped doing YouTube. It just, you know, it was too busy. So I tell him, I was like, honestly, like me making a YouTube account really isn't it. I don't want to edit. I don't want to deal with all those technical things and like, you know, being consistent. I don't know if that's really the move for me. He was like, no, I got you. I'll set everything up. You can use my camera. I'm going to edit for you. I'll upload for you. All of that, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. And then he hits me with, but I'm gonna take 50%. 50%. I knew that was wrong. Mind you, I'm an entertainment media management major, and I've like a contract that's 50-50 is really insane. I was just dumb. I was dumb, honestly. I was just dumb. And I was like, 50%, like, that's a lot. And he's like, well, you're not really doing anything, and like, I'm supplying all the followers, and I'm this and I'm that. And I was just like, ooh, 50? And then I just convinced myself, I didn't want to basically go against him because I liked him so much. I was like, okay, like, it's cool. Convinced myself that it was okay. I convinced myself like, okay, well, you know, he's gonna be doing this and he's gonna be doing that. Like, 50% is okay. 50% is never okay. I didn't tell anybody about it. I was kind of embarrassed, like somebody's taking 50%, and I know I could have said no, but I just didn't want to go against it. I let it come over me, and I'm really just looking at this whole situation as a lesson. This is not an anti-Deshae Frost video. This is more so about me, because I feel like I really stalled him for a really long time, and the fact that it's at the expense of my own image and at the expense of like, you took everything, you're just making money off Deshae, you just want clout. That's not okay. And you know, I stayed quiet for a long time, but things just aligned and situations just happened in a way that pushed me to do this. He's like, I take 50%, and the channel, well, the reason why I'm now uploading on this channel was because he had complete control of the channel, meaning it was under his account. I was just really going with it. I wasn't thinking with my head, I was thinking with my feelings. And I was like, okay, whatever, you know, like, he's uploading everything, he's doing everything. Because in my head, I'm thinking that this is gonna last for a very long time, and I'm thinking it's good. And then we start the couples channel. Our contract read, he keeps 100% of the couples channel, I keep 50% of my channel. So in essence, this was being ran as a business, but I'm in La La Land thinking, you know, it's all good, thinking all of this stuff is being done genuinely, so I'm not complaining. I'm thinking this person is really, you know, trying to help me, not even trying to help me, but I'm thinking this person actually wants to see me win with them. Fast forward, I get my check, because I said this isn't an anti-Deshae video. I'm telling you guys the truth. Obviously, while we were in the relationship, people were trying to pit me and Kai against each other. I never had an issue with her. Of course, things get tainted. There was no beef with Kai, but I remember when we were first talking as friends, he told me about his ex, and I told him, oh, can I see her? He showed me her, and I had nothing but good things to say about her. I was like, oh, damn, like, your ex is really bad. Like, she's bomb. And that was really it. There was nothing bad to talk about. Of course, he would say some things about her, and I'm like, oh, damn, like, that's messed up. That was wrong. Things. But of course, like I said, and we're going to get to that part, there are two sides to every story. Yeah, we're in this relationship. And of course, everything looks real good on camera, all the cute stuff in Miami. And I still am holding back from saying some things because this isn't even a bashing video. It's just, let me tell my truth because it's been held in for too long. Of course, everything looks great on camera, and I'm convincing myself this is real, this is real, this is real. My first check comes, and mind you, we had the 50-50 deal. And I had told him, we had a conversation, we were in Seattle, and I was like, damn, like, you know, I kind of was telling him that it would linger in the back of my mind, like 50%, you know. People over here thinking I'm making money from the couples channel. People think I'm making money from my channel. People think I'm making money from being in his videos. Like, that was just not the case. I was like, you know, my first month isn't going to be hot. You know, I don't want you buying me stuff. I don't want you, like, supporting me financially. But if I'm spending all of this time with you, being here for your videos, and then I'm going to just get half of, like, my stuff. So I communicated to him that stuff was weird, and he told me, he was like, you know what? Your first few checks, that's all you. You're good, those are yours, because they're gonna be small checks anyway. He's like, I'm only gonna take half when you're really making money. So my first check comes around, he let me keep the whole thing. And then my second check comes around, but by the time my second check came around, we were already off. We were already broken up, and I had been doing everything on my own. The only thing that him and his mom were doing, and I'm not gonna say only thing because I'm not gonna sit here and be ungrateful, but you guys may sit and be like, well, he gave you this, that, and that. But I sat and contributed to him. I contributed ideas. I contributed the new Frosty hoodies. Those were my ideas. I didn't get a cent off that, and I was fine because I did it out of the kindness of my heart. I did it out of like, hey, you know what? We're a team and I'm trying to continue to help you win. You know, that was just my mindset through the whole thing. I'm not just sitting there like collecting money off Deshae. Second check comes around, and by this time I wasn't using his camera. I was literally recording off my phone, and then mind you guys, I got my phone stolen in Mexico. So doing what I could, you know, just I was talking about positive things, even though a whole bunch of stuff was against me and I was really going through it. I was still making videos to just kind of still inspire and enlighten other people. The real reward to me was people DMing me like, wow, you really changed my mindset on this, or I'm really living a more positive life after hearing your videos. So that's what just kept me going. Obviously, my engagement went down. A lot of stuff went down. I really wasn't making that much money, but of course I'm still sitting here being grateful for the fact that they're helping me actually upload it. I'm getting some money. Like, I'm really not trying to sit up here and be ungrateful. There's also lines, and I feel like a lot of lines were crossed. A second check comes around, wasn't that big. It was almost like the first one, not too big. And again, it's under his account, so he pays me. I didn't have access to my money. He sends me half. And I'm like, oh, I thought you said that the first checks, you know, this and that. And I'm like, and, you know, the reason why you're getting 50% is because you're, you know, supposed to continuously promote my channel, since I guess we're running this as a business now. And I'm like, and this month you've really only just got my thumbnails done, put the ads in and clicked upload. But I was the one who was doing like the actual work, I feel. And he's like, yeah, but I let you keep the first whole check, so I'm gonna take half of this one. My intentions were set and still giving back and not feeling like I'm just taking from him, because I know damn well I was not taking from him. But I just really fell for all the sweet stuff in the beginning, and I feel like all girls have gone through this at one point or the other. So yeah, the second check comes and he takes half, and I'm like, yo, but I did this and that. He's like, yeah, I know, like, I'm sorry, but you know, it's the contract. And I'm sitting here like, you know, but I didn't want to leave that channel. I was scared of starting over. Things were going so left. I go to Mexico, my phone gets snatched. I'm sitting here looking at people having a bad image on me. I'm sitting here watching Deshae do things that I was not okay with, that I know that if I would have done, all hell would have broke loose. So I'm really sitting here going through it, and then I get hit with that, and I'm like, you know what? My dumb ass signed the contract, so I can't even be mad. So a few things where I also felt like I had to speak up. Okay, so we break up. If you guys want to know how and why we broke up, I can give that to you guys too. But just know that I didn't break up with him. But his reason of breaking up with me was just that he wanted to be single. I didn't do anything. I just had to let it go. So I was dealing with the breakup. It was just raining on me. Despite all of that, you know, I stayed positive through it. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get through this. This whole video, this wasn't even supposed to be a thing. You know, we break up, and 2 days later, he's hanging out with someone who he called his best friend, which was kind of interesting to me because while we were in a relationship, I never saw them talk. So how is this your best friend, but you guys never spoke while we were in a relationship, and then we break up and 2 days later, you guys are hanging out? Okay. When he broke up with me, I told him, all right, then let's go tell everybody what's going on. And he was like, no, we're not going to make a video. He was like, don't post about it. You don't have to. He was like, why are you going to post about it if you're not messing with anybody else? He was like, if I'm not getting into another relationship and you're not getting into another relationship, why are you going to post it? So I was like, okay, again, dumb, stay quiet. And then the next day I see that he posts, hey, me and Drea broke up because she's busy with school, because I'm doing youth. And then I had to deal with all these comments of like, oh, so she's too busy for Deshae, but she's not too busy to be doing this and that. Little did everybody know what was really going on. He makes that breakup post. The Teen Shade Room posts the breakup post. His very good friend starts liking all the comments that they're glad that we broke up. Nicole's about to slide in. Nicole was liking. Everybody's, you know, ha ha ha, and I'm sitting there like, no, this is disrespectful. But I'm like, trying to be a bigger person, trying to be mature. I hit Deshae up, and I'm like, what is this? What is going on? And he's like, oh yeah, like that's wrong. You know, I'm gonna talk to her about it. But in my head, I'm like, talk to her about what? Like, I wouldn't even talk to anybody who was doing that, who's disrespecting somebody that didn't do anything but was there for them. I was there trying to, I tried to put him onto this positive mindset. I tried to put him onto a lot of stuff. But you guys are only seeing, like, he gave you clout, so whatever you did, F whatever you did. F if you were good for his spirit and his soul and all of that, because he gave you followers. Then later on, I saw that they were still friends. So it's like, you're still actively cool with somebody who disrespected me. Everybody was like, oh yeah, F Drea, she's just a clout chaser. She don't got no feelings. It's cool, Deshae, do whatever you gotta do. Again, this isn't an anti-Deshae video. A lot of it is for you guys. A lot of it is for you guys who had a lot to say but didn't even know the half of what I was going through. That's going on. I'm still being quiet. I'm still just like, trying to put out videos as much as I can. But obviously, my stuff was being hindered. He's handling his stuff first because, of course, his stuff is more important than mine. So then, he did plug me in with his mom and was like, oh, you can just tell my mom to upload for you. She was very helpful and she was uploading for me. And I'm trying to rationalize it, but I know in the back of my head that all of it was wrong. If I even commented back to somebody, he would text me and be like, why would you reply to them? You're going to make me look bad. I would be like, all right, what about all the times that I look bad? What about all the times that you mentioned, oh, my ex jokes? Every time he made a joke about his ex, I'm like, you're making me look bad. And he's like, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about my other ex. Which is still weird because why are you still sitting up here talking about your other ex? I'm sitting there like, okay, but you can't be making these ex jokes because now everybody's in my DM like, oh, did you hear that Deshae had this and that to say about you? And he's like, why do you care about the comments? I was supposed to just have this thick skin and not care about no comments. But anytime there was a comment aimed at him that he felt he was threatened by, it was like, delete that, you can't say that. That's manipulative, that's wrong. And nothing came together until this happened. Me and Kai actually have a mutual contact. And the mutual contact basically told me like, Kai's trying to talk to you. I was like, you know what, like maybe things need to be cleared up between me and her. Maybe she's trying to tell me that there's no beef. I'm like, you know what, I need to go tell her that there's no beef. She followed me, I followed her back, and I tell her, hey, you know what, I just want to let you know that there's no beef. People try to pit us against each other, there's no problem. And she was just trying to look out for me. She had already dealt with Deshae. I really felt inclined, it was like a gut feeling to just hear her out and hear her side of the story. Because I went through a lot of stuff with him. So I hear her out. Deshae had kind of showed me that he wasn't the person that he was in the beginning. I was like, that was just an act, and you're an actor. So it makes sense. Me and Kai talk, and we come to a lot of realization. It was really just intended for us to be like, yeah, there's no beef, but of course we get to talking about stuff. And I'm like, oh wow, this makes sense. So a lot of the stuff that he told me wasn't true. And I can't sit up here and think that he tells the truth when he went and made a post and said that the reason for our breakup was because I was too busy with school. It's like, obviously you're a sugarcoater. Obviously you want to look good for the camera. I'm not telling you guys don't support him no more, but I need to clear my name. Like that, it's just not fair. Why am I covering somebody's? So me and her just followed each other. There was no plot for us to link and make a video. It was just like, she was just being like, hey, you know what? You might be going through some things, and I just want to let you know that, like, I'm here for you. Because who else is going to relate better than her? So no video was going to be made about this. So we follow each other, and we didn't make it a thing. Like, if we really wanted to be petty, don't you think we would have liked each other's pictures, commented all up and down, posted her? Like, we could have really been petty with it, but all we did was follow each other. Deshae, I don't know how he noticed it so fast, but he noticed that we follow each other. He starts posting about it. He started blowing it up into something that it really didn't have to be, but I'm getting blamed for it. He had taken half of that second check, and he wasn't helping, promote my stuff. I told him how I felt about it, and he was like, well, you know what? He was like, you know what? We don't have to do business. Take 100%, like you're good. So, I was like, okay, that was a nice gesture. So I still stayed quiet about everything because I was like, and I would see a lot of slick stuff. But I was just like, you know what? He's letting you keep 100. Like, he's letting you keep your channel. Like, it's good. Again, obviously, I couldn't speak up about things because they were, I can't log into it. I can't just go and make a video like this and speak about it. I can't just make a post. Then this was gonna happen. Then I would wake up to my channel being deleted. Fast forward now to me and Kai. He starts blowing on my phone, and I'm like it was just a follow. But I'm like, he obviously feels very threatened because he knows that me and Kai know a lot of stuff. This is really a story for Kai to tell, but Kai had told me that he literally DM'd her a few days ago. So you're posting on social media that she set you up, which I got the real story. Talking about she cheated, which also got the real story. Yeah, so he's trying to paint her as this, as this person. But why did you DM her a few days ago? If you hate her so much, why did you recontact her? He's trying to say that you're messed up because he told you about this girl and you go and you're being friends with her. But it's like, but Deshae, did you just not DM her? And he texted me and was like, you're trying to make me feel bad about the situation. And it was getting to me. I'm like, I'm not going to come out with the video. And they're like, Drea, are you, like, at this point, you're being dumb. And you need to go and speak out for the sake of you always preaching about women speaking out. That's basically what kind of gave me the courage to make this video. I don't know the reactions that I'm going to get. And honestly, I don't care about the reactions that I'm going to get. You guys can go ahead and make it whatever it is, but that's the truth. I just really had to go out and say my side of the story. Sorry, that's why I've never commented on a famous person's thing, unless it's maybe like hearts. I've never commented, I've never posted judgment on there because you never know what's going on behind the camera. And you guys have seen stuff happen like this numerous times where people are so quick to tell the girl, no, you're wrong, you're doing this for fame, you're doing this for clout, blah, blah, blah. And then receipts get taken out and then everyone's like, oh, yeah, oh. The lesson here is, there's a few lessons. Don't let somebody else create your channel. Don't ever take a 50-50 deal. And there's two sides to the story. Women are so used to being silenced that this becomes second nature and we don't want to speak up about things to not disturb the guy. But it was time and this had to be out. Tired of you guys calling me clout chaser. Tired of you guys, you did that. Why did you leave Deshae? Did you leave Deshae? Why did you? Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. But nobody cares about what he does, right? Nobody cares about any of that because it's ha ha ha, so funny. I'm just trying to spread love and light. I hate that I had to do this video, but I had to do it. So he hit me up and said he's taking 50% of that, whatever. That's it. I just really want to thank the people who are still here. Look at my strategy bottle. I just want to thank the people who are still here watching me, supporting me, who can see through all of this. Sometimes you're just too into somebody to see what they're really trying to do. So that's it. That's the story. This is why I'm starting a new channel. I really appreciate you guys. And like I said, I'm just trying to change people's lives little by little, trying to put them onto a positive mentality. This drama stuff, having all of my replies just being sent to the team, having all of my replies being posted on the team shade room. I don't be feeling it, but I can't just stay silent because I'm scared or because I don't want things to be uncomfortable. So that's really the end of this video. Sometimes you just have to start from scratch. If you guys have any stories that you guys need to share and tell, share it. Because you know what? People are going to talk if you're silent, and people are going to talk whether you talk.